Hello everyone, I hope you're doing well. I wanted to send you this video to give you some updates about the channel, specifically our day text schedule. What I'm going to be doing is I'm going to change the name of our day text videos, where we work our way progressively through all the ancient biblical books and records, as well as related texts and histories. I'm going to change those videos from day texts to text readings. And I'm going to eliminate the with Greg Stafford part from the title so I have more room for text readings. The text will be reading and then some descriptive terms. And then I'll have at some point an overlay that will show text readings with Greg Stafford behind me. At least that's the plan. But I'm definitely going to move from day text videos to text readings because the day text videos made more sense when I was doing day text videos on almost a daily basis. And so they were also easier to do when we were in books or letters like you see in the New Testament, where pretty much with any verse or two, you're going to get some idea or element of wisdom and teaching that you can carry with you during the day. Whereas in books like Genesis, where we are currently, they're longer narratives that are more involved, and you really need to read longer sections and then look into some of the details more closely so that you gain a full understanding of what's being communicated because of the time that it's describing being so remote from where we are today. And so that plus being more busy as I am, I'm not able to do the videos on an almost daily basis, but it'll be easy for me to transition from day texts to text readings because that will more aptly fit what I'll be doing. Text readings in these ancient biblical books as we work our way still progressively through them together, but just not on a daily basis. And day texts as a description for those videos sort of implies that it's going to be every day or almost every day, like we were doing originally. So I'm going to be changing the day text to text readings. My plan is also to resume the text readings now in Genesis, where we left off in the account involving Noah and the flood, right before or right as the flood is breaking out. I'm going to resume those videos probably within the next week or two, and then we'll do several text readings in December before the end of the year. I'm also planning on doing at least 2 more CWJah talk shows this year, Jah willing. And then with all the additional work and then family obligations this time of year, that's about all I'm going to be able to do, except for I will make time for at least one more Hollywood garbage dump review. And as you know, not every review I do now is a Hollywood garbage dump. If it's a garbage dump, that means the movie was pretty much trash. And Hollywood or whatever producing studio just dumped it on us. And so said, here, enjoy this. So we review movies and movie trailers at times here to get a sense of what's being communicated above and beyond what the movie's obviously about. So we look for hidden symbols and things like that. But at times we'll do just full movie reviews. And I'm planning on doing at least one for the next Star Wars movie. And so I was going to do it actually before the movie came out, based on some of the leaks and the trailers that we got and the clips. But I'm going to hold off. I'm going to wait. And as much as I really don't want to, it's amazing to have to say that because even though I'm very involved in biblical studies and older people things now, when I was young, of course, like many people in the United States, I was very into the Star Wars franchise and just, all the toys and different things that they put out. So while I'm not into it like that anymore, I understand the perspective of a lot of hardcore Star Wars fans when they see the movies that they do enjoy and the stories that are more associated with Star Wars than, say, the last couple movies and the direction they're taking there. I can understand and relate to the frustration of watching companies like Disney take over these franchises that had a storyline going one way and then taking that storyline and engineering it so that it's more socially appealing in the way that you see best, which when examined even more closely isn't what is best. So that, plus they're just not doing a good job. I mean, the last movie, The Last Jedi, in the trilogy, was terrible. I mean, it had certain scenes that looked nice, but story-wise, it was just terrible. So, but I don't want to get too much off into that. I'll save it for my next garbage dump review, which will be episode 9. And that, plus the CWJah Talk shows, text reading videos, I should be able to put up a good amount of content before the end of the year. And then we'll roll into 2020. We'll stay with the program that we have now. I've got a lot more coming as far as CWJah Talk shows. Our text readings are only going to get better and better. And I'm sure there's going to be plenty of movies for us to consider. So I'm also thinking of redoing the CWJah-Tube Lounge to just have track listings. So instead of putting whole mixes together, where I may like 80% or 90%, and there's like a little bit I'm not crazy about. Well, sometimes we have to take a little bit of bad with the good because we're not making it, right? I don't make those mixes. But I do like a lot of the tracks. So I'm going to start at least putting just individual tracks in an order in which I think, if they were mixed, would sound great. So, and I may move part of the CWJah Talk Lounge over to a whole new channel. I'm going to, at some point, set up a channel, a Greg Stafford channel, where I will combine all of my content, both from CWJah-Tube and my insurance claim stuff, and some other things I have planned. But that's down the road. That's probably a year down the road at least. Once I get some more publications rolling, like my Proverbs translation and other things I have planned. So once I get more into the publishing part again with new texts that I'm going to be releasing, then I'm going to create a new channel and just another identity through which to sort of offer all of the things that I think will help people in a variety of different ways. So I'll talk more about that as my plans become clearer. But if you notice that there are now basically just tracks being listed in CWJah Talk Lounge, that's why. I'm going to move away, for the most part, not entirely, from complete mixes to just tracks. And so I hope you enjoy the content that I'm able to produce and put forward, whether it's biblical review materials, movie reviews, or music. And whatever it is that you do, I hope that you find joy in doing it, and that you praise Jah in Jesus' name because of it.